nervous. We might be able to, right? I think Jumbi, Sean, you had a plan about like pretending or like letting yourself get captured and like we follow with you. But
Well,
we
now
could
here's
also
the thing
get in
about
there if we had them write us a letter that was like, hey, lol, you up? And we can just be like, hey, we're the messengers. Here's a message from these people that you know.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
we'll wait around for
Grindbone
24 hours.
is a lawless. I mean, it's a lawless but lawful place. So meaning you all are not. Anyone can go there. So you're just they're probably going to ask you to state your business, you know, just like in there.
Then
but
we'll have business. The business.
but you
will
can
be
travel there. But depending on how, like, yeah, I like that where you're thinking is like, are you taking on the guise of maybe coming there to like buy slaves, or are you coming to be merchants? Are you as travelers stopping through and saying, hey, we need to stay over for the night? Like, what is probably your angle that you might approach? And then from Makeda saying they would share to you that Duke Unda, who runs the place, I mean, you probably have to do something interesting to get an audience with him, but he is the head of the Thieves Guild.
We're good at being interesting.
Mazera is no longer, who knows how they've run I think in the past year they've kind of set up a system, you know, of course they've hired new guards and things like that from within. Other than that, I know that one of the big things was also, Ashton, you said in the past year you had tried to go down to Fort Arion and kind of get in good buddy with your old Aldarian friends. I think what you find in that time, I'm gonna give you a question. You can kind of treat it as like intuition, like a question for each quarter that, like, you know, the time that you spent down there. But one thing I'll tell you for sure, they never allowed you in that time to go into the fortress, and they never allowed you to meet Valeth Doom, they talk freely about who he is, who is the leader of the Order of the Veil, at least the small faction that's there. But if you want to ask me certain questions, I will share with you also. I will say there's a decent little like camp outside, and then there's like basically you've been in the camp. They welcome you when you show up. At first they were kind of iffy on you. And even still,
that whole Nightkin issue that
it's not. Here's something that you found that's interesting in the year that you've been around them. They are still very racist from a kin standpoint, or separatist, and from an idea of like, no, they don't necessarily like Nightkin, but you've actually seen a few orcs, which is unheard of, who've been inducted into the ranks. You haven't seen any knights, but you've seen some orcs like as soldiers. You've seen it maybe because of, you know, hey, they're taking what they can get and trying to grow, but there's like a shift in like no one is welcome but humans and elves. But at the same time, that kind of pecking order still exists. So the orcs might be there, but they're being treated sometimes maybe lesser than some of their superiors, but they're still being accepted, which wouldn't have been in the past. So you've seen some slight changes, similar to when you all found that one orc being beaten, you found I think you guys came across one of the knights who was prisoner, who was like, we don't do slavery, like we don't like slaves. So you get the feeling that like, now that is, I think that's always been something that the Order of the Veil has kind of been there. They don't necessarily believe, they allow it, but they don't necessarily believe that like slavery is like the you know, the thing. It's not something that they like operated under. They let the you know, other people operated with it, but it's something they kind of frown upon, while still sticking to their caste system. So those are some of the, I think from observations you would see that this camp is growing. There are strong units there. There's probably 40 to 50 knights that you see coming and going. There's probably 100 soldiers. You have also noticed that a lot of those new soldiers are people that are being taken in who came back from Khalid's magic, like the people who came back from the death of Barathon, and pretty much have had no, like, you know, no order to their lives, nowhere to go back to. Maybe their families are dead, so they've kind of like been kind of like persuaded.
Great job, Khalid.
Into like being
fascist militia.
Yeah, a lot of these like humans and dwarves and things like that have started to like work in this camp, or because they've been taken in there. Maybe they haven't gotten a Daru or anything like that, or they've found a place. They've been taken in. Those are just some of like the basic things that I can share with you. Other than that, like if you want to ask me some other questions, and maybe like put them, I can like try to give you a little bit more over time. But I just want to give you something, since you would be going into this game knowing something about what's been going on down there. I think from who you've talked to, their goal right now is to continue to grow. And you would have heard talk of the idea that Valeth believes that everyone talks in the village or in that commune as though the Emperor is still alive. They say he lives. Some people even do the treks to the site where Barafon is. They say he believes he has a palace out there, but no one knows quite where. No one ever talks about it. It's almost like heaven. It's a place somewhere up there. And the Emperor lives, but the Emperor is looking for his crown, and the Emperor is looking for those last 3 jewels to complete it. And then Valeth Doom is hell-bent on achieving that goal so that the Emperor can establish New Aldaria here in the Ashlands. So that is a kind of some people believe it, some people aren't really bought in on it, but they know that's what the goal is. And so
do we know the amount of slaves that are kept there currently?
What I'm talking to James about is Fort Orion, but we don't know the amount of slaves.
Yeah, I know. I'm still thinking about the slaves.
Grindbone, yeah. That's something to, I would say, if that's something you asked to the other group, last time they were there,
I couldn't remember if we asked them that
I
or
think
not.
there were roughly 40 slaves. Some of them escaped when there was I mean, it's been a year, so there's probably at least 40 slaves there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
it's a small settlement.
Very Karen-like, because he got invited to the fortress by Valeth Noon, and now he won't let him in. So,
It's like you invited me in. Why can't I go in?
Yeah.
Where's the manager?
And there's yep, okay. So yeah, he's just been getting kind of stonewalled a little bit, but I think it's been getting give me a boon persuasion check.
oh boy.
And then we'll jump in. Soon as Cheryl gets back, let's get ready to go.
Fun fact, charisma's the dump stat.
Yep.
Not perfect.
Anybody drinking an I had one little swig left, so
Yeah.
that's it for me.
I
That's
am
a 10, so that's
sober.
a fail.
I haven't drank in weeks, man.
Oh man, good for you.
Trying to lock in on this fucking shit, man.
Are you trying to get prepared for a fight? What are you?
Yeah,
who you
trying
about
to fight either.
man?
I'm hoping to either get a fight either at the end of this year or I was hoping to get it at the beginning of this year, but getting hurt I couldn't do it. So I'm hoping that I could be ready for one at the end of this year.
Is Grish gonna train you?
Yeah, Grish is gonna be training me, but I think I'm gonna. The problem is because I train with Grisha, I'm there 4 days a week and privates on
That's
the weekend.
crazy. Damn.
Has
this replaced golfing?
No. The problem was that I got hurt. So last year when I can't really do both at the same time because the rotation of golfing is hard on the body and it's taxing me. So, which is unfortunate because I do enjoy golfing and it's a thing, but I gotta get back to that. But this is kind of like I can't risk doing both because I can't risk getting a rotational thing while training.
Sean, you know what you never hear somebody say except for today? Someone said I got hurt golfing, and so I decided to get punched in the. I decided to punch people in the face to get better. Like that seems but it makes sense. I see, because there's so much force when you really think about it.
Yeah.
But that's so funny to be like, I got hurt golfing, so I decided to go punch motherfuckers in the face.
Because when I'm sore from boxing, what was happening? I got sore and tight from boxing, so when I would swing, that rotation is would bother the ribs, and then I'd go to box, and then
got it. Yeah,
I'm
I see that now.
End of this year or early next year, I could take. I still gotta sign up for USA Boxing and do all the medical checks and stuff. But the problem is I gotta drop 30 pounds, or I'm gonna be fighting somebody a foot taller and probably 40 pounds heavier than me.
Jeez, yeah, that sounds rough.
I got on a new nutrition plan this week. So
okay.
It's awful, but
I don't feel so bad that I only had one drink and I'm done now. So
yeah.
Modelo. Especial.
I know how to cut weight really fast, but it's not fun.
What's that? Cutting weight?
Huh?
Cutting weight fast. You said how? What's your trick?
I've never used it, but I know a lot of Marines that used it because we have to weigh in each year,
Yeah.
and it's drinking half a bottle of magnesium citrate.
Yeah, so that'll drop a few pounds, but I need to lose 30 pounds to fight in the weight class that I need to fight in. That's the problem.
This guy's
You could probably drop 10 off of that. Because once you poop all that stuff out. And you probably
Oh,
drop 10 pounds.
it's more than that. So there's a difference
it dehydrate you.
between a laxative that you would normally take, which is like a stool softener that'll help you go,
Yeah.
and magnesium citrate, which is a cathartic, which
Yeah.
literally just clears out your system. Like if you're gonna get a colonoscopy, you want to
Yeah,
take a
you
cathartic
use
first.
that stuff. Yeah, I think my wife.
What is it
did
that you need to
one
take? Because I need, man, it's around that time where I gotta get one of those done. So like,
Magnesium
45. So
citrate. And
it's
you
not.
can
That's not
get-
gonna be fun. But Jesus.
Malcolm's like the secret fighter that Sean's gonna go up against.
Oh man.
I do not recommend it because over the course of like 2 days, you'll be severely dehydrated.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna do that.
And you're on the toilet the whole time.
That shit
right?
sounds awful.
Yeah, so if you're just trying to lose weight, you'll drop the weight real quick, but you'll feel awful
Yeah,
afterwards.
you're just gonna get all that stuff that's in you out. So it's all worth.
If you're trying to clear your system, magnesium citrate plus drinking plenty of water, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Well, we have been recording for 11 minutes, so yeah, all that's on. All that's recorded.
Comment down below if you're gonna.
You can try
your best
magnesium
weight
Poop
loss.
citrate.
your pants for 2 days. Comment down
Sponsored
below.
by magnesium citrate. You'll
Yeah.
hate that shit.
Literally.
This is by no means medical advice. I'm gonna say that.
Oh,
We are not
man.
medical professionals, nor
Oh,
is this
man.
medical advice.
Well, let's go.
This should be legit.
I'm ready to roll if you all are. Which we got done before Sean said. So we got 7:30. So, I'll go ahead and it's good. About an hour. We got an hour shooting the shit, catching up,
Recapping.
recapping.
Yeah, I failed my persuasion roll. I don't know if you heard that.
Okay, no worries. So then I just got nothing else to give you right now. Yeah, I am going to go ahead and give us a little.
Customer service was more important.
Grindbone is not far away, so from Daru. So the travel, no need to deal with. We are going to start as you are arriving. I'm going to set the stage, set the scene, and then allow you all to make some choices and make some decisions, as we always do. That such is D&D, such is Dragonbane. So I will say that from the path that you're taking, the forest suddenly opens up and onto this kind of lovely view from the edge of this kind of like small jungle that you have to travel through to get here. And the village sits kind of on the edge of a river. And downstream from the village is a mill. And it's kind of quiet and paddling the wheels in the river and grating and creaking. But neither the mill, like this is almost what you're expecting in your mind is not what you see. Like, for example, the Ashlands are normally heavy with dark clouds and usually overcast, but today it's beautiful. The sky is open. You can see the ocean beyond, the river running down. And this, if you weren't looking closely, this might just look like a small little hamlet, except for the ruins that are connected to the old Imperial. Like there's some ruins like of a large castle and there's like a backdrop of this small village as you come down. But the road leading down there is so unassuming until you hear that, you start to watch that mill lapping and you start to realize that there are wretched cadavers nailed to its wooden walls and bound to the pedal wheels. You realize those people came to Grindbone at one time and will never leave. There's this little village behind a palisade, and then you can, from far beyond, you can start to hear shouts and songs, and they kind of mingle with these wails and moans that are coming from the place. And then there's a smell of like bread being cooked. And as it hits your nose, the bread has a coppery kind of metallic tinge to its notes. The road runs straight to an old building. And so I'll turn it over to you all if there's any sharing amongst yourselves. Otherwise, if you just say, we continue forward, then I will continue to narrate you entering Grindbone. But that's what you see as you all, you're pretty much standing on a little hill, and you can you've got a few hundred feet to walk before you approach the front entryway.
I say we play it like we're travelers in the area. We're planning on stopping, heading maybe back to Gondora. Mention that we're potentially messengers. Like, hey, do you guys need any help around the place?
All right, we're just passing through looking for mail to transport. How about that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
And,
We had a
and we'll have
package.
and we'll have this. Yeah, we're on our way to Gondora already. If you have anything that needs to go that direction, we can add to the queue.
There you go. That gives us an excuse to snoop around a little too.
Yeah, like road. It's not just like
This is where I parked my car.
Yeah.
This is not where I parked my skeleton.
Do I have
be-
to leave? I can't bring my skeletons in, can I?
Now, here's what I'll ask you. You got 6 skeletons walking around with you. Are you planning to walk up to the gates with those skeletons in tow for now?
I heard a wise man say that when they don't need them, they bury themselves into the ground, right?
I think
And
you
they
got
pop out of the earth
Isn't
like
that
daisies.
isn't that like a spell he's got that does that?
What do you mean? Spell to do what?
To bury him in the ground? Isn't that like a thing?
No, they just
No?
have
They
them,
just dig it, right?
have them lay themselves down and try to cover themselves with brush. But unless you want to do it yourself, they'll do that. They'll try that. They'll try to conceal themselves. You can command them to like go hide in bushes and stuff like that if you wish.
We can even tell them to just jump on the wall and hide amongst the cadavers on there.
How close can we get before they see us? Like, if I'm trying to stash these things.
I think you'd probably have to stash them right here around the edge of the forest, and then they'd be a few hundred feet away from the village.
Okay, I'll just tell them to make themselves scarce. They don't gotta like bury themselves, but
Yeah.
nobody's gonna be out here fucking with my
So
skeleton.
all Sean skeletons are like go run off and like hide. Do you want to try to? Do you want to try to take 1 or 2 in and see if they'll let them in, or do you just don't believe?
No, I don't want them to know. I don't want to show my hand. I don't want them
Got
to
it.
know I'm a necromancer and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
When do I get bone bomb? Don't I? Isn't bone bomb one of the spells?
Do you don't have bone bomb yet?
I don't have bone bomb, but man, that'd be a motherfucker right there.
You could have learned it from.
I'll bury all my skeletons and blow you
You
motherfuckers
could
up.
have learned it from Jason.
See, I didn't even think about that.
He had it.
Motherfucker.
Those are the kind of things. If you would have said that during last session,
He wasn't there, so I didn't really.
Oh,
I
he
didn't,
I
wasn't
blame
there.
him. I blame him.
Yeah,
He was
I wasn't-
flittered.
I wasn't thinking about it because he was flittered.
Here's what I'll do. I'll retroactively put that as you and him had that conversation or had that training for a shift. You don't get bone bomb now. You get an advancement marker, just like the rules. You would get an advance, and this is actually the rules of Dragon Maid. Whenever you train, I sometimes throw it out the window. But the rule is when you train, you get an advancement marker to make a roll at the end of that session to see if you learned it, right? So basically just means that you've still been practicing whatever he taught you, and it just hasn't like come into fruition yet.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah, that'll be my trade-off for.
Dude,
for
my
that.
dog is standing up in front of my TV because she sees her reflection and she's staring into the fucking abyss.
Who is that other dog? How did she get here?
My territory.
My territory.
My territory.
Look at this fucking idiot.
You're wild. Oh man.
I'm gonna put it in Discord.
So
Barking at the fucking monitor right now.
Jake, you're talking about me. I know you're talking about me.
So the road to Grindbone runs to this tall old building, and as you get closer, you see a handful of guards with the countenance of full-on villains, but you know the bodies and the stature of soldiers that are kind of like standing around in the archway of that building in that space, and then everyone passing through, kind of treating them in a harsh manner. You see a group ahead of you that is about to go through, and above the archway, there is as you get closer, the stench hits your nostrils of Grindbone, and it's decay, it's blood, sweat, and you can see that there are severed hands nailed into the timber of the old building, and then there's a cloud that floats above the opening, which is just a cloud of flies buzzing around, and then there's an old rickety sign that says "A price and a place for everyone," carved into that kind of plaque above.
Is there a comma after place and before the for? Is there a comma that indicates that there can be a positive meaning to this phrase, or are they pointedly missing that comma?
Let's see. What was I going to go back to?
Is it comma
there is
for
no
everyone,
comma.
or is it for everyone?
For everyone. A price and place for everyone. No comma.
Don't like that.
And so, as you approach the open gate, you notice ahead of you, the guards have stopped a group of 4 robed figures. Each of them is bearing the sun-marked sigil of the Church of the Sunspire. This group of 4 looks something like
They got a lot of chickens here, huh?
yeah, these folks, and along with them is an orc, a strapping orc, female in the same type of common, like pale armor with kind of copper trim and those same kind of embellishments that look like suns. These are clearly, the figures are some kind of priests or friars or of the Church of the Sunspire, which the church is essentially Order of the Veil. Like, yeah, they're kind of interchangeable, but there's the church and then there's the knighthood. So clearly the orc is of that. And of that clan. And so what gives you pause, though, is, as I was telling Jameson as Ashton, is that for maybe many of you all, the Order of the Veil has never been known to raise anyone to the level, like an orc, to the level of knight. And so this orc has knight armor on and is clearly like guarding these friars as they approach. And so it makes you wonder, have things changed since the Joyfall? One of the guards with kind of blackened teeth and kind of uneven steps forward and looks and says to that group, "State your business and Grindbone." And one of the robed figures answers, "We are here to see Priest Hameda to collect the tithe, as is customary." And the guard spits on the ground and, "Go on then." And you notice that, kind of seeing that as a bit of disrespect, the orc knight doesn't move right away, and kind of her voice kind of cuts that tension, and she says, "Let me remind you, the order does not answer to anyone, let alone gatekeepers." The guard kind of sneers at her and leans back, and he goes, "There are more of us here than there are of you, and probably more of us than you and that rock," kind of referring to Fort Arion. And she just kind of grins and says, "That's the way we like it. We can kill for every one of you. I can take 10 of you." And he seems to kind of take pause with that, step back, "Go on." And that group passes through, and as they pass, the other guard kind of nudges him like, "Are you fucking stupid? Are you trying to get killed?" And then it's your turn, and they look, and that same guard kind of like pushes the guy off of him and says, "Stay to your business and grind bone."
Makeda slides into view. Greetings, good sirs. I hope that all is well. We are travelers and proprietors of the cackling path. We didn't come up with a Pony Express name of the cackling path messenger service. We're looking to stay over a bit off the peril of the road before we continue on our journey to the east.
I kind of look you once over. All
Cackling
right.
path.
Okay.
What's up, Kenny?
You some kind of mail service?
Indeed we are. In fact, we are some of the widest ranging mail service available. We take letters, we take packages within a certain weight limit. For the low cost of 1 silver per mile traveled, we will bring a message to whomever you wish it to go to, and then for a prepaid cost, half that of the mileage covered on return, we will bring a reply.
Would you take a letter to my sweetie in Jaffa?
We would, but alas, right now our way is bent, as I said, towards the east in Gondora. We would be more than happy to take that. It would probably be faster if you held on to it until we make our way back.
The other guard goes, "He's got no sweetie in Jaffa." No.
You'd be surprised how many sweeties in Jaffa we take letters to. It appears to be a place for many lovely women or men to make their living as they wait to get enough money to travel here. After all, the taxes with their father's inheritance get cleared up, of course.
Oh, she'll give you a letter to take to your whore. And then they kind of punch them aside, and they go. The second guy waves you through, like, "Yeah, I like you. Come on in. Welcome to Grindbone."
We have a special whore discount.
He goes, "I'm going to start writing my letter. I'll come let you know." So yeah, no need to roll. That was
don't even know how to write that motherfucker right there.
He's like, "Get somebody."
I wonder if we could make it where we pre-write. This is the Aramis coming out. I'm like, let's pre-write a bunch of letters, address them to someone once we like meet them, give them the letter, and the letter is like, "Hello, friend. I hope that you receive this letter. I need your help. All of my inheritance is tied up in... If you send me 5 gold, I will repay your investment with interest."
Y'all gonna start doing Nigerian scams
He's
gonna do Nigerian scams in Ashlands. Yeah, that's a mess.
I think that's actually a great idea.
And then we just pocket the money and we leave. Like,
we gotta do it now.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Yeah,
The minute it goes sideways, though, y'all gonna have people on your head. But I like it.
They can ignore it.
Yeah.
We'll say, "Hey, look."
First of all, it'll take a whole rotation for us to get for them to get back anyway,
That is
right?
so funny.
They gotta go figure it out that it's fake to begin with.
Oh, that's funny.
Have you thought of
Nigerian
investing
prince over
in
snail
the
mail.
Golden Triangle?
So this is where you all are. You just kind of walked past this area. You've kind of just walked into the town. So you can see it's kind of like built on these kind of like, I don't know what you call these bluffs. Like it's just kind of leveled. So you all are really just down here on this initial level. You can see the road heading up to that next level. And from a distance, you've been able to see the whole place, right? So in your mind, you kind of know what it looks like all together. But down here, you're down here standing on this street. And I say, when you look to your left down here, you immediately can tell that this section here are the slave stables. In addition to them being the slave stables, what's interesting about them is that, and there's people roaming around, kind of look just very scallywag looking folks, down in that way, a few feet, you can see that through, there's like these kind of wooden fences, and there's a double fence, right? And the first like 40 foot between the first fence and the second fence are these areas where these 4 or 5 like swine hound dogs, these big puffy black, they look like part pig, part Rottweiler. Essentially, if you've watched Willow, okay, come on in. We got Emmy's giving us our normal 5-minute break. So if you guys need to run there, grab another drink, come on in. Hey, mama.
And missed out on watching the Duck
Right.
Master make her declarations known.
I know. Please don't tell her to say that word. We will not. Hi.
Duck.
What is it? Why
Duck.
don't do this? Why? She does these headbutts whenever she gets on screen with you all, and they
that-
hurt. Like she
Her
literally
curls look
just
cute though.
she literally like headbutts me, and I'm like, where are you? Sean? She's gonna want to like.
Look at that cute
Yeah,
face.
why are you trying to
Bite
headbutt
him. Bite
me?
him, Emmy.
Ducky. She's
Mine
saying
is
it,
the
Ducky.
same thing. Mine is-
Ducky, what's up with the Ducky? Is this? Did you bring it
That's crazy, Daddy.
for
No.
We've been getting ready for
Ducks.
Easter, so I've been every day she comes home, I hide these little squishy guys in eggs around the
Aw.
house. So she goes on like a little hunt and she finds them.
Good job, you
Quack.
found it. Yay.
Quack.
Yay.
Oh, okay. And if she finds 5 or more, I give her a treat.
Bite him.
Oh,
Bite him, Emmy.
I have to like prepare my head for like, jeez. We would be a little MMA fighter. Jeez. Yeah, that can't feel good, Amy. Stop it. Bye, Mama.
Dude, I think a lot of money for that head. Don't damage it.
Yeah, I gotta keep my brain so I can run this game. Alright. Ducky. This is a chickie. Chicken? It's a little chicken. Yeah, she's a strong advocate for mallards. Clearly, in this game, she's like trying to get you all, trying to
See,
get y'all
she knows
mallard up.
better.
What are you doing? Okay.
Oh, that ducky is not gonna
Oh,
that chicken.
no. Daddy's gonna need these. Do you want to put them on once so you can say hi? They can hear you now.
Hi. She has that golden smile.
Hi. Look at that.
Okay.
Ducky.
Ducky. Yes,
Ducky.
Ducky.
Next time,
Ducky.
Ducky.
once your daddy kills us, duckies.
Let's get you going.
He's never gonna kill us now.
Oh, yeah, there's chicken. Did you drop it? Okay. Come on.
Kill us in the duckies shall reign.
Exactly. It's our insurance.
I mean, if we have a duck campaign, every time we're about to do something, we could always be like, "Let's get dangerous." Like I just feel like there's so many
That's
Come on,
right.
come on.
How come we'll go back to not letting us do it if we do that?
we gotta do it, man. Because I'm definitely doing a Darkwing Duck. Like he's definitely gonna have a cape and a Zorro mask and a giant hat.
Scrooge McDuck.
I feel
I
like
gotta-
Ashton would do it. I feel like Jameson would do a really good Scrooge McDuck.
Scrooge McDuck.
All right.
In the reading group that I'm part of, the reading group organizing team I'm part of for the school, I'm the treasurer, which should surprise no one, but I'm the treasurer. And in the shared Google Drive, my folder that no one else is allowed to click is titled Cheryl's Scrooge McDuck Money Pit, and that's where I go, and that's where all of our spreadsheets are, and that's where all of our funding mass emails are stored, is in my money
I
pit.
love it.
Right.
Or we could be Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Huey,
And with
Dewey,
Scrooge, it'll just be
Yeah,
the new
So
DuckTales
good.
show.
yeah.
I wish I could do a Donald Duck. I feel like if I
Uh-oh. Did I freeze? Did everybody freeze? Damn it.
could
Oh.
Damn it.
flee.
Oh no.
Wow.
All right. It
We
gave me
we
a.
lost.
We lose. Am I back?
Oh,
Yeah.
You are back, but we are cubeless. Oh no,
Our
we're
Well,
cubes.
should be back.
Powerful.
Cubes.
Yeah.
Let me.
Repin. There we
Yeah, let me reshare.
go. Mm-hmm.
Did music cut off, or is that still going too?
I think the
I don't
music cut
hear it.
off.
That cut off. Yeah, let me reshare.
Yeah, I don't hear it.
Um.
Life is like a herd.
Yeah, no music.
Okay.
Except for Daryl singing.
Duckburg.
And so so going back to what I was sharing, what you see, so yeah, in that area, those basically the dogs from Willow. There's like 5 of those running around that have like in between that gate, and then on the other side of that gate are the slave pens or the stables. There is a mix of elves, human, not really, half elves, humans, mostly humans, some dwarves, a few halflings, and you see there is one mallard in there. He's a big, like, buff, like little, like buff, like barbarian, like mallard. Yeah,
like launch pad.
And
Yeah.
you can tell that there are the majority of the people in the pen have a are kind of sunburned and pale. They're the features of Aldarians mostly, and while there are some Ashlanders in there as well in terms of culturally, Yushinarans, but it's that seems to be the majority. And then you notice that at one section of the pen where the dogs are, they are bringing out some very well kept 4 would appear to be female servants or slaves that are being prepared. What it looks like for a Karani. Karanis are essentially what Nikki's character Kira is like this like bird, the other bird people, very kind of tall, elegant bird person. And so you see he seems to be kind of like talking to them and kind of looking over. Clearly there's a purchase being made here by this Karani. This is what the Karani looks like. Everything's like having fits today.
Being made by, so Pilar is just...
Yeah, Pilar's over there, kind of looking over the folks they're being purchased. And then in addition to that, you on the other side, so if we're still looking over here, there's a lot of commotion. You hear this kind of uproar of crowd kind of cheering and heckling and making a ton of noise. And what it appears to be is on this side, you also hear someone kind of standing and speaking to. There's a, how do I describe this? Along the side of the fence or the wooden the pike wall in this section of, there appears to be like a natural amphitheater like built into the like rock and ground, natural little amphitheater that was probably used for something back in the day, but clearly now it's being staged for a fight between what it appears to be 2 slaves. People have gathered around or sitting, some of them chucking like tomatoes and stuff, and one kind of interesting looking gangly man is kind of orating all about how we're about to have this fight and so, and he like names out one fellow, a master who is putting his slave up against the other. One of the slaves that's about to fight is a very large hulking female ogre, and she is being pitted against a gray furred wolfkin. She's armed with this like very large spear, and he's armed with the scimitar. And there's clearly been a disagreement between these 2 masters, and now their slaves will do battle. And then, he's in this order is encouraging everyone to put in 5 silver as your minimum bet, and make your cash. And it's like, spend a little bit more and get close enough to taste the blood. These are some of the things you all see. And then in front of you, so the 2 things happening, and then you see those other group that have going to the priest and the soldier or the knight going up that little way to maybe towards wherever the temple is. So I'll turn over to you all. What are you all doing?
McKenna, where should we start? Or should we go make a bet? I want to see how Wolf can kick some ass.
We could go see what's going on there. I'm interested because the enslaved people in the pens, you said they're like humans, some dwarves, but like an ogre and a wolfkin, that they seem to stand out.
Yeah.
Like, are there more nightkin or more?
There's more
Like
night.
what-
There are more nightkin actually as guards here than
Okay.
there's a lot of orcs.
Interesting.
Who
But
there's I'd probably say 20% of the slaves.
of the
You see
pens,
almost no orcs or nightkin. There are actually, I'd say probably 20% of the rogues and the thieves and the raggers and those who are drinking and eating. About 20% of them are orcs.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, maybe we go check out, see what battle is going on, or see what's going on there. Because I feel like, yeah, they stand out. If the two fighters are slaves who are fighting out for their masters, they seem to stand out. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think so too.
While y'all do that, I'm going to be watching for pickpockets because it seems like a distraction.
Seems like a
like it.
shady part of town.
Where am I? So,
Not a
Like an
DuckTales
old
song
lady
is stuck
clutching
in my
her purse.
head.
and did you all bring your raptor or no?
Yeah, but he's tied to the cart right now. JJ.
Okay.
Maybe we left them with the skeletons.
You left him outside the city?
No.
West It sounds like you brought him. So did you bring him in or did you leave him tied out?
I say we bring him in because I don't trust him out of our sight. I want to keep him in sight.
Alright. Yeah, we got him like. I'll be like walking him in, but like I'll be holding onto it. It's like, what is it? Like reins or something? Yeah, the rein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Every time. Every time. Let's see if I can activate it again. Oh, no. Every time there's a zoom hiccup, it doesn't bring me back my camera, so that's fine. I will keep those off for now. We'll go back. Lately, Zoom has not been nice to me. Nope, cannot seem to. Maybe I'll restart that. So as you're like kind of getting a little bit closer, Ashton is looking for, as you say, pickpockets and such.
Clutching his purse.
Yeah, you notice there's about to be this fight, and can I have who has the highest myths and legends of all of you without me checking?
I got a 14.
Okay.
This is where that control board I was making would come in useful, huh, Malcolm?
Yeah, yeah, probably would be. Yeah, why don't you give me just you, Jameson, give me a myths and legends.
8, so that's a pass.
Okay. So something you would know just kind of culturally, yeah, you've been around way long enough to see that, slave practices often persist for generations, and while they change, things stay, more similar than they do different. That when something like this is happening, clearly you can bet on it. There are other options, such as if someone wanted to, you could also stop this fight if you wanted to by purchasing the freedom of the said slaves. Sometimes people want to protect a certain. You don't know the folks who are in the fight, but you want to protect them. You might step in, take on a role, but then that would have you fighting the other slave. Just some other options that are often acceptable or accepted as like called to happen here before this thing starts. But other than that, I just kind of like sharing with you, being like some of the things that are like sometimes happen when these kind of things take place. And there's no skeletons here. And so as you get closer, they're kind of about to have this fight. As you get closer, looking for pickpockets, none. The fellow who is, kind of egging this thing on and kind of marketing it, kind of sees you and says, you want to get in the way of the killing floor. Feel free to, you're welcome to take a seat. And he holds out a purse. Is anyone betting?
I'm gonna look at McKenna. I'm like, yeah, give me some gold, McKenna. I wanna put some money on that
It's
wolf.
a 5 silver buy-in. For every 5 silver, you can double your bet or triple your bet.
Yeah, just give me 1 silver, 1 gold. Just, come on.
1 gold. All right. Makeda
Kazan,
takes out.
at
Well,
least
Makeda
ask
will
for-
take out because 1 gold is worth 10 silver.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll give you 10 silver. I'll keep our gold coins. We don't want people to know we're rocking like that.
I'm walking away from you like this. 10 silver on the wolf, sir.
2 bets. See if you can double it, and then he kind of puts it in his pot. And then if you
What's the
Who are
what's
you-
the
who are
source
you-
of this?
yeah, and who are you putting your bet on? The Wolfkin Gunny or the furious ogre Bandu?
Bandu.
I have a good feeling about this wolf can. Feel it.
Yes. Yes. Kicked out of his clan for not eating meat. Boo! This
Vegetarian. Oh my god.
this shaggy wolf kin
You picked a
is
vegan wolf.
is
Oh,
the-
hell no.
is the runt of the lot. And he goes,
I'm like, McKenna, give me some meat. I got he's
The rations are on the. Makeda reaches into the like we have like an igloo cooler on the back of the cart and pull out a jerky ration.
I was like, come on, Wolfkin, get some energy for this fight.
Are you
Um,
throwing jerky? She's an enslaved vegan wolfkin, and you're throwing jerky at her.
I'm just holding it out because
Like trying to like give her like the energy bar so far.
it's like offer just in case.
So the fight commences as people get as they kind of begin to, kind of move around each other, sizing each other up, looking for an opening. Suddenly the ogre she just goes in lunging, trying to, and runs, and Gunny kind of rolls out of the way. She comes up, and the other ogre, her spear goes into the side of like one of the goes into the dirt, and a small little halfling has to leap out of the way and not get impaled, who was just sitting in the front row, even though and that little halfling is cackling with a few teeth missing. She pulls it out, she turns around, Gunny goes to slash her. She kind of like leaps and rolls out of the way, comes up. The kind of ground is like wet and muddy. They've kind of like wet the whole earth up where they're fighting. Here is where, since Gunny's your folk, can you roll Kazan a D20? This is, we're gonna do the best of 3 attacks.
Roll low.
Go roll. Yeah, roll low and let's see what you get.
While this is all going on, can I be trying to see like in the crowd who are the actual like injured parties who are making this happen? Like if this is happening because their masters or owners are beefing, I want to try and suss them out.
Okay. Give me a spot hidden check.
What, hidden?
Can I help?
You can help. That would just give her a boon.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Or you could just roll. You could both roll a 1, and then whoever basically take the best result instead of her getting a boon. That's the way I would treat a help here. It's up to you.
Okay. You can do that if you want to roll, Sean.
No, I'll take a boot.
Take the boon. All right. Spot hidden. Spot hidden fast.
Okay. So there's a shady-looking orc fellow sitting in top next to a human with a small, like, little dragon-like figure on his shoulder. And they appear to be, kind of like glaring at each other a bit angrily, but also kind of treating this like a sports game, cheering for their. You better, one of them yelling, Bondu, you better get him. Don't you fucking do it. You better get him. And the other one, the orc, is just kind of being more quiet and kind of Gunny. And so the orc Gunny is the orc's servant, and the human, dark-skinned human, kind of his hair kind of slicked back, is with the little dragon fellow, and kind of a leather get up, is brooding for Bondu. So you do spot those two figures. Did you roll for it? What do we give Kazan as your?
I got 14.
Okay.
Wait, maybe I was lying. Hold on. 12. I got 12. I knew it was lying. Fast.
A 12 is a pass for Gunny. And our ogre.
Yes.
Let me see. Hammers is a 12. So I need to. Is it rolling? Oh, I'm not. Jump to present. So I actually rolled. So I should take the first one. The first one is going to be a miss. They both were fails. So
they both whiff at each other.
So she's just moving a bit slower. Gunny's just kind of got a little bit of jumping, so quick and fast. Even though this wolf doesn't eat meat, still seems to be a wolf. And that first strike for first round goes to Gunny, and so Gunny strikes out and cuts the ogre right across the back. She winces in pain, and then another rolls out. This time the ogre taking that action first. I know she's using a spear, even though it says hammer, so she's gonna use the same skill. So to disregard that is a success, as this time lunging forward, cuts, stabs, and kind of glancing blows right across the shoulder of Gunny. Can you get a roll? Can you give me an attack to see how Gunny responds?
A D20?
Yep. Same thing. You gotta hit your whatever it was for you. 12. Oh, sorry. Did I actually? Let's see what it is. Gunny is a sword 16. So you actually would have scored. So Gunny has the upper hand here.
Upper paw, please.
Upper paw.
Oh.
Success. So 2-1. The ogre is losing here. This is when the ogre kind of gets, as Gunny goes in, and this time kind of stabs cuts her right across the side. Now she's kind of starting to lose blood. You see her, she gets angry, and she just kind of rushes. She's going for using her willpower to do her body slam, where she's throwing all of her weight to rush into Gunny. This will be, I'm going to use the standard 12. I'm going to use her, but it's going to be a boon, as ogres do when they do body slam. Oh, that would be damage. We need to do, we're just going to do brawling. And that's going to be a boon roll. Success is a success. As she kind of rushes into Gunny and grabs her and throws her, over to the side. And I actually haven't have you roll damage. So off those first two cuts, actually let's just do them here to keep things rolling. You cut the ogre twice, so let's give her damage. For the scimitar, it's 9 on the first one. Should have been reduced by 1, 8, and then 8, 9. Ooh, okay, so she's looking really tough. But then the ogre just gave the first blow. Both of them have 24 hit points, so the ogre's about to die. But now you're going to give me another strike. But this strike did hit, and that will be with... I'm doing this kind of not tracking just because this is not a fight that you all are in, so there's no need to Just that body slam damage would have been 12. All right, so both about half, minusing the 2 armor. So Gunny's taking 10 damage. Ogre's on her last leg. Kazan, roll one more time for your bet, and let's see if you are able to finish the.
D20?
Yeah, because you need one more success. This is the first Ogre success, so this will end it. That is a success. So even though she throws Gunny like it's thrown and takes that damage and like slams into like this this kind of like little shack ramp that's kind of set up on the side, and then just comes leaping right out. And the Ogre doesn't expect the response to be so quick, and just right nails with the backhand of the scimitar right in her nose and like breaks her nose. Blood goes gushing everywhere, and Abundi falls on her back. Gunny lands down and goes ah! And kind of like turns the blade down to stab it in her chest, and she just kind of stops. And as she does, Minerva, or the Minivere who is running, says, should we finish? What says the crowd? And they're like, kill it.
Makeda starts paw tapping Kazan's side like.
Kazan just goes, nah, I'm good. She could live. I'm not gonna say anything.
The crowd is pushing towards kill.
Makeda starts. Can I start like darting around? Like, can I pop up behind 3 people and be like, she deserves to live, and then scurry over and be like, why don't we let her?
Can I have a performance check from Makeda? I'd like a performance check from Makeda.
Okay. Makeda with different hats and different sunglasses on, just. I mean, like, letting her live would be kind of dope.
She's like just popping up. She's like a little anime.
Oh god, my performance is not that good because I am not a bard.
Well, it's a straight roll, so at least it's not a boon, it's not bane, but.
No, but you know what it is? A demon.
Oh no!
Damn it!
And so
like,
it just that demon. It just seems like no. Yeah, people are like, what is she doing? Like, you know, like kind of ignoring you. And then it's just too loud. They're just drowning out. It's such a good performance to everyone who can see it. I am sure that Jumbi and Ashton and Kazan.
Chibi anime. Makeda's trying to pop up and people keep like elbowing her.
And then she goes down and thrusts into the chest, pulls it out, and then swings downward, swipes with that scimitar, and Bundi's head kind of rolls over in the dust. Well, and the flies kind of begin to descend.
Bundi will never know freedom, I suppose.
They clap. Money is exchanged between the two masters. Normally, this happened. Ashton knows that not only does the loser lose the slave, but also has to pay for the injuries on Gunny. The payout that you receive. So you put in 10 silver. Can you give me a? Give me a D10 roll, Kazan. I didn't even do it, so I'm gonna have him roll a D10 and I'm gonna multiply it.
What was the over under? Can we do a parlay?
Oh, so, all right. Oh, Lisa. So we'll double it. So you'll. I'll give you. I'll just make it. It was. So you put in 1 gold. You get 5 gold.
No, I put in 10 silver.
10 silver.
Well,
okay.
Just 1 gold, yeah.
Yeah, 1 gold. So you get 50 silver, 50 silver, 5 gold.
50s. Okay.
I'm gonna hand it back to McKenna and be like, for the treasury.
It is really treasury. We thank you for your donations, sir.
Ashton is watching other people.
Oh, it's so
They're
heavy
looking where
now,
we
like
put our
pretending
money.
it's too heavy to hold. 50
Um,
gold.
Jumbi hates this
silver.
entire thing.
and what you all kind of I expect you
This
to.
is blood money. This is blood money.
And as you're collecting, and the few other but what you realize is that the money is so sparse here that the little hand, like this wouldn't feel like this in Jeru, but as you see a hand, as you know, Ashton is, people are kind of like looking at you all, and now it kind of like, and then someone goes,
Silver.
I think that What that one hyena?
This is
She
the
was.
thief. This is the.
She might have been
thief.
cheating. She might have been cheating. Wasn't she trying to help? And
What?
then, but people
What?
are.
What? You think I'm cheating? You think I'm cheating? You want to say that to my face? I'm cheating. I'm like puffed up.
It all seems to disperse, but people seem to kind of side eye you all and eventually go away. Gunny is kind of sitting there, is being attended to by one of the rogues, kind of like.
We should. Okay, we should wait. Can I like?
And then
I'm gonna tap Kazan on the shoulder and be like, okay, we should like, maybe we should give her some of the money. Like,
Give the ogre some money?
Slave.
the ogre,
ogre
the
is-
Gunny, give Gunny some of the money.
You can't give
Ogre's
Gunny
dead.
money. Gunny's a slave.
Gunny might need money
and then you
when,
hear
when we
Think
free
you
her.
can give them the money.
I don't know. We should at least offer him. And then he did
Yeah.
a good job.
Yeah.
You don't.
Give her a
I
cut.
don't think they get commissary, guys.
and so
Maybe she does. Maybe it's in her getaway fund.
and then so you hear that someone overhears you and goes, fellow friends, welcome. You must be new to Grindbone. Gunny is, you can't give her any money. If anything, you'd have to give it to Rashka, pointing at the fellow up there with the like. Keep, if I was you, I'd keep your money in your pocket unless you plan on buying her, setting her free.
How much does that cost?
I could facilitate that. 100 gold.
100 gold.
Yeah, I'd
Put
take
the-
20 for me and 80 and she goes free.
And
80
you
goes to
are,
Oh, I am Menavir,
other than an eavesdropper.
eavesdropper, actor, playwright, tavern owner, brothel owner, extraordinaire. Like I kind of do all things for those seeking entertainment in Grindbow.
A man with many trades is often a master of none. Don't know what that says about your
How
business.
dare you? I'm in a good mood today, so I'm going to act like that was a compliment. Especially because
You did say you're an actor, so please give
Yes.
us your best performance.
I would invite you. We actually have a good play tonight. It's an epic that I wrote. I won't. I don't want to tell you all about it, but you should just maybe stop by and take a look. And then somebody walks by and goes, "It's gonna be shit." And just
Not gonna lie, I'm kind of
Ignore
getting
them.
enamored by the townspeople here. Like I don't agree with their economic. I don't agree with their economics.
Now you see why the other group loves Grindbone. It's a mess.
But I am kind of charmed. You got the guy with the fake girlfriend and job up front. We got this theater critic walking around.
And so he actually says, well, yeah, it seems like you might be hanging around for a while, and maybe you can stop by and take a look. It starts at 8. Otherwise, the tavern is open. Drink as you wish. Are you looking to buy, or is this something I can help you with? Otherwise,
Something perhaps we could help you with. We are, after all, the owners and proprietors of the Cackling Path Messenger Service. We are making our way eastward, so if there's any information, pamphlets, advertisements, letters with return service you wish to send east, we may be your men.
well, actually, I kind of need something going. We want to send.
You also have a girlfriend in Jaffa.
Oh, no. I actually am trying to facilitate keeping the order in good spirits, and we'd like to send a couple of barrels of our finest Bantu beer there. But unfortunately, someone ripped us off. An entire our last caseload has gone missing. First we thought Duke Unda had a couple of guards maimed for, we believe that they had stole it, but it just wasn't possible. There's no way you move that many barrels in the middle of the night. actually probably shouldn't share with you, but you all seem trustworthy enough, trustworthy as any of us. And he kind of points up towards this castle ruin here, and some of this kind of all comes together because maybe you have talked to the other group and they've told you a little bit about the place. So there's
I'm thinking, did they steal the barrels of beer?
So
that was a year ago.
you also know there is a ruin here. That's actually, it should be changed the name of, but that is, they were given, I guess assume that because I mean they've been given that is their plot of land and their little manor to spruce up, but they're not there right now, so maybe you can make you know that, use it as you wish. He doesn't bring that up, right? But you see it there. And then there is this place called Stonefang. And what's interesting about Stonefang is it is this castle ruin, very dilapidated from the old world. And what's interesting is about one side of it looks like it's crimson and red, like it's stained in blood. And then the other side looks like it's frosted over in like cold ice. And most people believe it's haunted. But Menevere says, I don't really believe in all those tales. And mostly we do that to keep people away from it. But Unda keeps our barrels of Bantu beer in the old ruins, in the old cellar, in the old vaults. It's cool there. It's away from all this humidity. And we usually have a few guards watching over it. And in the past 2 nights ago, multiple barrels were just disappeared. There would have to be several men to carry all of it, and so we didn't see it leave the facility. And I'm wondering if maybe they just, the ones that we maimed, maybe they took it and stashed it deeper in the castle vault. But some of us, many of the superstitious men, rogues or thieves won't even go. Maybe it's something you can help us with.
Sounds like you have some very thirsty ghosts up there.
That's why I say it's no way the ghosts are drinking the beer. But it's probably just stashed one level down. But we tried to beat it out of them, and none of them shared where it is.
Can I use, would it be, because insight is whether or not they're telling the truth. Would I use that, or would I use intuition to see whether I think he's hiding information or if there's like ulterior motives?
I think you would. I think whichever one you want more of.
Is he telling us the full truth? Is he giving us all the information?
You usually use intuition. I think what's the other one is I think this is probably more of an insight.
Insight's
here.
new. Insight's new. Yeah.
I think this is probably more better for insight.
So I would roll awareness to determine whether that person is telling the truth. You cannot tell exactly what a person is lying about. Okay, mark that down. Awareness. Awareness is very good. Success. Very good success.
McKenna gets a good feeling that he is telling the truth here, as he kind of seems to be talking over, like, and probably gets the feeling that, telling you all as newcomers, he's probably like, what's the worst could happen? The stuff's been stolen. Maybe you can help him get it back, and worst case, you all are disposable if you don't come back. So probably
Rude.
is telling the truth.
Rude. Okay.
That's you assuming that. If you were to size up this scoundrel of a scrawny man. Yeah.
Scrawny. Scruffy looking nerf herder.
Yeah.
What do you call it, scruffy?
Okay, so this guy's looking for beer.
So he's looking for beer. So you all are down here. So now you've kind of found there's a slave square. You've seen the slave stables. You know that there's a little actually, you got there's
Did you
up
want to
here
try and give
theater.
Daddy some of our silver? Like
Yeah,
a
if somebody
tosser
wants
tenner?
to. Yeah, if you actually want to try to sleight of hand it, you could just. Or if you're just trying to be bold and
It's
make a
Kazan's winning, so
statement.
if Kazan's cool with it, I'll palm her some silver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say a good sleight of hand, like Menevere would never see it if you succeed. Or maybe
Because
that.
Menevere's not.
I mean, I'm not really good at sleight of hand, so I wouldn't be the one to be able to do it.
I can try, but isn't Menevere's not like the person who's the hate calling the owner because
the person who runs the there is no the owner of Gunny is not Minavir. It's the Rashka fellow.
Rashka.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we don't want Rashka seeing, but I'm gonna try and palm her a couple of how many silver coins can I really stack up in my palm? 5 silver. Stack it up in my palm and try and good game.
Yeah, I'd say 5 would be easy to do. Here's what I say: for every 5 that you go up, it would get. If you do 10, it'd be a bane. If you do 5, it's a straight roll. If you do less than 5, it's a boon.
I'll just do 5. I don't want her to get in trouble if I fuck up. 5 silver. Okay, sleight of hand. Oh god.
I mean, if you're trying to free her, 5 gold would be better.
5 gold would be better, but is gold very spendable?
You could do 5 gold, yeah.
I'll do 5 gold. No, I don't want to.
If you're trying to give her
gold
the most
expensive.
value,
it's good to give the slave gold, but it's like, how much gold do you like? Would a lot of gold get him killed later on?
Yeah,
I mean,
do you
all? I mean, here's the thing: are you all planning to try to liberate this place? Is that what is?
Well, I think we're trying to suss it out.
Suss it out first, okay? Because maybe
I failed, but let me push it because I was really close. I will.
Do you mean like to free this one guy, or to stop the slavery altogether?
Okay, meets it beats. I'm able to successfully sleight of hand. Go up to Gunny, do the
Gunny, yeah, and you kind of grab. Thank you.
Go up, offer her a palm. It's nestled in between the hyena toe beans.
And she feels the weight and looks up at you and kind of does a little kind of looks and does a little grin. And kind of nods.
Okay.
And then as they start to put her shackles on, they start to walk her back towards where the slave pins are. You see some other slaves gather around once she goes inside, and she starts going, talking to them, and you kind of see her going, looking at you, kind of saying hey, those guys, she's kind of talking to the slaves about you all.
We're getting it in. We're trustworthy.
So I'll say you have
how's Jumby doing?
Your renown points are at 1, 2. You're at 3 renown points right now, Alex. You're getting in with folks. People don't. You haven't started any shit. Yeah, so kind of flying under the radar right now. What is Jumby? Doing
Jumby
right
wants
now?
to burn this whole place to the ground.
So he's just over there mean mugging the entire time.
Yeah, he doesn't like any of the people here.
He's not trying to play nice.
He's with a shadow over his face.
He's not very happy.
I don't think Sean likes anywhere in this world so far.
Jumby likes Khalid's place.
It's not a place to like. I'm just joking. It's not a place.
I like Khalid's place.
Jumby likes Khalid's fucked up necromancy commune. That was perfectly fine.
Which you can always go back. You have access to his place and everything for, and so as you're feeling that way, can I have a willpower check from Jumby?
Jumbe.
My will is very good.
Your will is very power.
My will is very much power is my will.
Everybody change.
I got a dragon. I got a one.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That will be powerful.
Shit, where's my...
The will of D.
He keeps himself calm, thinking of the thought of, at one point, these guys are all going to be lovely corpses.
Yeah.
And then they'll get to enjoy slavery.
He's and you're going to pull my cart, and you're going to hold my shoes, and you're going to hold my toilet paper when I go to the bathroom.
Just at least they have the mercy of death.
God damn it. Just got kicked out of my music too. Okay. So Jumby, you get this weird it's warm, right? And you get this chill kind of comes over you that you feel like, shouldn't follow you. They're like almost like the wind hit, like a cold chill hit you. And you just kind of for a second there feel a sense of dread. And it's less dread about this place for you and more about and you got a dragon, so I'm gonna give you a little bit more. There's just something here. You don't like this place, but there's also something here that something about this place. You feel like you're supposed to be here. And
supposed to be here to free the slaves.
Yeah.
Let's call me Moses.
Let my people go.
And so, yeah, you feel like you're here for a reason. You feel like your purpose is set, but then there's this uneasiness. And when Makeda looks over to Jumbi, like, "Hey, how are you doing?" Jumbi is just kind of, not to take any agency away from you, but just for a moment you looked up. Maybe it just was for a few seconds too long. You're looking out at that ruin, that half iced, half blood ruin. Manavir is like, well, if you need any questions, if you have any questions about the place, or if you need a tour, you let me know. I've got some other things to attend to, but don't want to stick around and staying. But if you can also let me know if you're willing to help out with that run. I mean, we would pay you in beer handsomely, and I could afford some silver for it.
I give Makeda the ear wiggle, the secret hyena ear wiggle.
That we're down for the mission.
Yeah.
I think we can find the time to go poking around. There's not going to be, you say there are usually guards up there. We're not going to, do we get like a pass? Are we going to have like some clearance? Are you going to give them our names? Make sure we're not going to get stopped?
Well, considering there's no beer up there, the guards we haven't sent anyone back up there in the past couple of days, and the others, and those that we tried have been too scary about it. So
people have tried. Did they get very far, or are they chickening out when they get like a couple of steps in?
Oh no, he basically just said they haven't sent any new guards up there, and the people they've
Okay.
asked have just been like, "Nah, I'm good."
Okay.
So we just so I'm clear, we went into this place, and now we would have to go farther in, so we wouldn't be able to go back out, right? So my skeletons are still in the woods outside.
Yeah, they're still out
So
there.
if you look at the place, this is the place, Sean. So right, your skeletons are down here, past this little across this bridge, like in the forest over here, right? So they'd have to cross the bridge and start shambling they slow ass all the way up.
Is there any way I can tell them to meet us there from the backside? No, that won't
Like
work.
climb up the wall, or
that won't work.
Maybe we can like get cloaks to put
You
in.
could have the.
Can I? If
start-
Makeda's seeing the
If no one sees them saunter across, and you could send them down this way, and they could just try to climb up. If you're probably looking at, if you aren't going to go do it for the next, if you aren't going to go there for the next maybe shift, you're probably looking at them like taking a few hours
see that place,
to climb out. They could climb up. I mean, they all may not. It's up to them.
Also, how many
random
bodies do we think Jason stored under the floorboards in their fucking villa up there? Like, is there a chance?
Oh, that's a great fucking point.
Is there a chance that they
There's
left
a
us
chance
some
that maybe
treats?
there's a chance that there's some skeletons to take control of, maybe.
You can. How about you send them to start climbing up, so that by the time nightfall comes, or at nightfall they can meet us up there.
Do you think they'll make it? I don't. If they're not gonna make it, I don't want to waste them either. That's.
How about I'll call Miniver, whatever his name is, before
They're all
leaves,
gonna make one acrobatics check, basically each. For every success, they'll make it. 'Cause, I mean, they're climbing a big ass like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Makeda will look to the left.
So they're skeletons, so they're not gonna be
right.
scared or anything. So they'll probably be decently at it, but if they fall, they fall. Yeah.
Makeda gestures for Miniver to she looks to the left, looks to the right, kind of gestures him down. Like, come on, we got a little secret to share real quick.
Yes. And so that weird sense of dread passes. Manavir is like, yes.
See my friend there? And she points to the tall, scary, dressed in all black Heineken.
Yes.
We might be very well suited. to find your beer.
Hmm.
One of the ways that we would do that is through the strategic employment of ossified, utilitarian personages. Of course, we didn't want to just come in here, with that all out on display. But
He's a necromancer, isn't he?
One of the best.
We prefer Death Shaman. Yeah.
Yes. It's not that we're against the. Unda is very much against too much displays of magic within the walls. But I'll say the skeletons will turn some heads. But there is we have a hard 3 skeleton limit.
Three skeletons. We're okay with bringing 3 skeletons in for the sake of your beer.
And I would ask if to keep the talk down if you bring them in after nightfall.
We can do nightfall. Does that nightfall sound good, Jumpy?
And then just a skeleton tax is always in service. So just,
we can deduct that from the silver you'll owe us when we locate your beer.
Bartering check from Makeda.
With a boon because I'm cute.
With a boon.
Bartering. Also sex. You're asking me for all this stuff that's like low teens. Hi, dragon! I'm very cute.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I feel like he's just gonna not pay his taxes and say he did, so then...
Yeah, like, taxes. I thought this was a thieves' retreat. What taxes?
And so he goes, you're fine. You're good. And so he goes,
marking that down.
Yeah, you're good. And so
base card, never declined.
Jumbi will be able to bring his, if you want to fast forward to nightfall, bring his skeletons in. Are they?
I did want to see
or
his
they
play,
could
his
head.
play.
Yeah, or could maybe attend the play and then go afterward. I will say that if that's where we want to go, we could kind of take a break and start at the play, and then move to the location after, if that's what they're planning to do. Or if they're trying to walk around and get a little bit more information, if there's any other interesting figures that I've brought out or shared that they want to, do any further digging. They also don't have to rush it if they plan on being here overnight and kind of finding a place. Actually, with you having a dragon,
maybe it'll be easy.
He throws in, if you can get it done tonight, then if you can actually help them tonight, then he'll actually throw in with that dragon your next 2-night stay at the tavern.
Very nice. Good deal.
Just for a beer run?
All the beer is missing.
There's got to be some up there.
Dry town. This is a dry town.
Well, do you ask him? Do you ask him about the lore, or what the place is blood on one side, or like
I'm gonna
frost on the other?
Makeda.
You can also ask him those questions.
Do another ear flick that says ask questions. This is the we'll take the job ear flick. This is the ask details ear flick.
I pull my hood down a little bit, my ears show. You could, but Makeda's doing a good job of doing the talking. I don't want to. I feel like
Makeda is your face, as I would assume of the party, so that makes sense.
We just stand behind her and look.
All the times that she's like,
and you guys are great at it. Yeah, I'm like 5'0". You guys are big and strong, or at least just big.
I just feel like putting my thumb down my queen's blade.
And Makeda's got her giant bow Obi in the back, just like, hey. But yeah, I'll ask specifically, maybe as we walk in a little bit more, because I do want to see more of the town, and maybe I'll gesture at Kazan eyes peeled as we go up towards the center of town. Be like, so this superstitions around the peak, where does that come from? Is it anything to do with the coloration? Have you guys just been sober for days? Is that the situation?
It is. Yes, it has to do with from the old world. A lot of people believe that the
also that he said this beer was going to be a gift for the people over at the fort. Also,
Some of
like,
it, well, there were a couple barrels that were supposed to go, and that's what he would maybe task you with, like maybe helping them take some of those over. That would be another job if you wanted to run those, because since you were saying that you were, now into kind of moving, freight, yeah. So what am I trying to say here? So he explains that there is the lady of the side of the castle that looks like it's ice. It's kind of an illusion. Essentially, all that it looks like it's frosted. It's essentially it's a kind of mold that grows on the castle that makes it looks like that. And then the other side that looks like blood is a kind of, it's dried, stained, just water, for that water that runs from inside that and that kind of trickles along the side of the mountain.
Rust water?
Kind of like a rust, yeah, and it just kind of makes it look that like bloodstained hue. But most people like telltales, and because of this, the side that supposedly is ice is there's a mistress who lives in that part of the old castle that has no heart, or a heart of ice. And then the other side, the blood side, they believe that there's a bloodling, or a type of demon or evil spirit, an Ashlands, that lives in the.
Are we close enough that I can sense magic?
Do you have a spell that senses magic, or are you just trying to sense magic as a mage?
I don't think I have a.
Then you don't, unless you have something that actually senses magic. Doesn't mean that you will automatically. And also, you're all are walking, so now you're up here somewhere.
Walk and talk.
Right, so you're you've walked by the little area where the theater will be tonight. You've seen the Outer Home Tavern, where people it's like 12 in the afternoon, and there's like people just laid out, passed out, drunk. One guy, there's a couple people fighting, and people watching the fight. Yeah, they're down to the hard liquor now. There is a place that has a sign called the Gilded Chain. It looks like it's been rebuilt. He goes, that place was burnt down last year. That's where Mizera, she ran the Slavers Guild. Group came through here and helped us run her out of town.
Can I fall back while they're up front and talking? Could I fall back to where Ashton is?
Sure. The guild hall, she explains, is where the Duke lives, and that's like probably the nicest structure. Then down here is a chapel, and you see standing outside, you see those 4 figures in that night having a conversation with a gruffy older fellow, looks like a priest. And then down here is the hops. Yeah.
I did want to ask him real quick, as he brings up that there used to be the head of the sort of slaving enterprises here, and it's like, well, if she got run out, why do you guys still dealing in slaves?
Well, Duke says it's good money. He didn't run her out because she dealt with the slaves. He ran her out because she dealt with the slaves. So now we've entered the thieves. Not me. I'm not a thieves guild. I just run the tavern. But now the thieves run everything.
Okay.
And so you get this used to be he kind of does a quick explanation, but it's kind of like used to be a fistful of Doffler. Yeah, he monopolized completely. But it used to be there were like 3 factions in the town, and so now there's only one. The other faction used to be the sheriff and his soldiers, which they're gone as well.
Okay, that's all I wanted to ask real quick.
When I fall back towards Ashton, while they're up front talking, I'm gonna lowly just kind of look down at Ashton and be like, "What do you think, old man? Do you feel anything here?"
Unfortunately, we would have to be closer to sense magic, because I read the spell. You've literally got to be in a place that is magical to cast that cantrip. You can't do it from distances.
I tell Ashton what I was feeling, that I was feeling some kind of dread, but also drawn to that area. But I can't tell what's the draw. I can't tell what it is. Just so he's aware that I know that I felt something.
Well, if you want to check it out.
I don't feel like it. Plus, aren't the others the proprietors of that property? I feel like they mentioned that.
They did.
Well, maybe he's got a few extra skeletons in there to avoid the skeleton tax.
Wait, was that where I was feeling it from, or I was feeling it from that spire, though, right?
Yeah, more from the spire.
I'm talking about the spire. That
Yeah.
red and ice spire.
Isn't that the dilapidated?
That's not the same thing, right? That's not the same where we're going, right?
I felt like the red and ice thing, or that's actually mold.
Yeah, that thing is this place, and then this over here is the other group's little. It's in the same area, bluff, whatever you want to call it, part of the mountain, but it's completely separated.
Oh, I thought it was the little side place that had the.
Oh no,
ice.
The side place is their area.
The
right?
side place is Merchantry's abode, which I don't know if like maybe yes, which is probably open to go there if you want to, but that's not the place that you're getting the vibe from. It's this place up here. It's the big.
But I also think on the way we should stop there because you're right. I imagine that there is something stashed there of use for us.
Don't know how much they're willing to share. They probably might want to rent it to us. If there's anything there.
They're not there, so we could just use what we need and put it back when we're done.
Are you insinuating that we borrow without adequate compensation? Good, greedy bastards.
I am insinuating that. Very much so.
When in Thieves Guild Rome, do
Yeah.
as the Thieves Guild Romans do.
Yes, the local customs.
Ask it. Wait, is that also because Makeda's up talking to Miniver about this? But how do we feel about the idea that he's sending, or that they were planning on sending beer to those people? Like, because that's where Ashton was trying to get in for like months, and they didn't let him in. And it's like, are they the kind to accept graft from this rabble? I mean, here they have their people. Are they? Is this beneath them? Is this not beneath them to deal with thieving sorts?
If the beer's good. An army marches on its belly, and if they don't have women, they should have booze. And there is quite the large encampment at the castle, at the fortress.
Very few boobs.
That reminds me of my military days. You would not believe the amount of logistics when it comes to contraceptives when there's mixed-sex militaries.
Malcolm, time to start developing the condom technology in Ashlands.
Yeah, we need an artificer for that.
I'm surprised D&D hasn't explained how they. I'm sure there's got Rocky Talkies.
Kazan being a leather worker.
Oh my god!
I could
We
probably
can corner
make
the
this
market. We can
happen.
corner
Yeah,
the market.
We can make a whole new market here. You know, we have a Groot slang.
Oh man!
Roots.
Lamb skin.
Root slang skin.
Oh.
It's gonna be armored.
Oh man! +1 armor for every encounter, huh? Oh man! I like it. I'll keep it as it's a crafting roll. It's an invention and then a crafting. So then I gotta figure out how to. I gotta read my crafting rules this week. That's funny.
Oh man.
And so here's what I'll say. Based on where we're at and what's been discussed, I think the sun's, that you've been here for a day, maybe, I mean, part of the day. Are you planning to go in now or maybe a little bit later when the sun nightfall? Are you going to take his advice of bringing your skeletons in at nightfall?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Can I have an awareness check from everyone?
Ah, damn, we got robbed, I bet.
Uh-oh.
No, our silver
Just one goal.
awareness success.
I got a success.
Success with a 3.
17 awareness. You can't
Yeah,
trick me.
I got super good awareness.
Okay.
Every single gold coin has a hole punched through it and is tied to a string that is tied to our belts.
May not even be for that. That was just my assumption.
Yeah.
The horror that went through all of us grubby, money hungry people. Just
I mean, Ashton's broke, so.
Sorry, let me find what I want to share with you here quickly. You see that you all that succeeded notice that the orc and the and the 4 folks who are leaving the temple, there's like this little ramshackle temple. As they're walking away, they've clearly had some kind of conversation with the priest there, and the priest seems a bit taken aback, like he can't believe, like he almost seems to like kind of pull at if there was a coattail of the orc, and the orc kind of like and kind of puts a finger in his face and goes, it is done. And then the 4 priests go over to pray, and the orc like kind of like off to the side, and the priest kind of is just pacing in this little like garden that has mostly weeds around the side of the temple. And as you just notice that, we'll fade to black. We'll do a 5-minute break here, and we will pick up
something's going on.
Either a little bit later. We'll either pick up where, if you want to stay there, or we'll pick up in the evening where Minerva is having his play, and then send you, and you all are kind of preparing to go up into the castle. But yeah, that's what you see. I will do set change here, and I'll be right back.
A sex change?
Jesus.
Come on, Malcolm.
Oh, man.
Not during sex change visibility month.
Let's do...
I'll see myself out now, thanks.
Just a crook comes out from the other side of the screen, pulls him off.
Oh my gosh.
To hold the chain like Daffy Duck, the cane comes over.
Malcolm, did you look at the chat?
I have not. Let me do that. I know I'm froze.
I just sent a joke after we gave Gunny the money, but it doesn't look like anyone responded to it.
Oh, yeah, I probably had just gotten caught up and didn't take a look later. That's crazy. It's whatever kind of drugs are here.